Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Seriously Ask, where you ask me questions and I do my darndest to answer them for some reason. Let's begin. Hey, Rob, if you could choose one conspiracy theory / mystery to be true, what would it be and why? I would choose the conspiracy theory that Obama is a lizard man. I think that'd be hilariously interesting. And so do you. So, we're all on the same page here. Good. Were you ever bullied because of your name? If so, how did you deal with it? Oh yeah, absolutely. My last name is lesbian slang. Absolutely, 100% of the way I was bullied for that. More in the younger years, and throughout high school, people would say shit. Eventually, you just got to get used to it. I did have a hard time dealing with it for a while, but then I realized that it's my name. So be it. It's my family's name on my father's side, obviously. So who gives a shit? Really, I mean, in the end of the day, people are going to eventually kind of grow up, and a lot of the time they have. When I started this channel, I honestly thought I was going to get a lot more last name jokes, but, people seem to be smart, oddly enough, and go for things like, your beard sucks, or you look like an asshole, stuff like that. Like, they're a bit upper in the ranks, so really clever stuff, and no bottom of the barrel shit for you people. Eventually, you just kind of got to move on and realize that everybody's going to get made fun of for something. If you didn't have a fucked up last name, then you're going to have something wrong with whatever other part of you. Everyone gets it. That's just how it is. That's life. What's on your hand? I suppose you mean this one, right? Yeah, a lot of people have been asking, and I decided in this video that I would tell you, what is this? It's skin, people. It's just skin. My other hand has it too. Just kidding. I know what you're actually going after here. If you look closely, there's some hair also. Yeah, both hands. I feel like I should join a sideshow. Where did you get the goat painting? Because I seriously want one. Oh, are you talking about the one behind me? That was done by Jupus. You can't get one, and it's an original artwork that only she made, and she only made one. Unless she decides to make one for you. I don't know. You can tweet her at Jupus or at the Jupus. I don't even know, because she has two. Jupe, come on. Come on, man. Come on, Jupe. But yeah, she's awesome. Great artist. She does the artwork for Seriously Strange, along with Assad. So yeah, she made that. She made it just for her channel originally, and I loved it so much, and I said, can I add that to my set? And she sent it to me. So it's mine now. You can't have it. Do you watch Good Mythical Morning or any other YouTubers? Cause, I want you to be on Good Mythical Morning. Frowny face. Wow, why are you so sad about it? I've definitely watched Good Mythical Morning. I watch it semi-regularly. I think Rhett and Link are great. Great at what they do. They've made this empire of, really, they're just phenomenal creators and people. I think they're great people as well. So yeah, I would love to be on Good Mythical Morning someday. If they would have me, that would be terrific. I watch a number of different YouTubers. Ryan Higa's been one I've always watched. He's one of my favorites. I actually watched him, when he was like getting thousands of views back in the day. That's when I watched him. Lo and behold, I never figured. There's a lot of people like Jack Vale I watched for a long time. I knew of Boogie2988 for a long time. And it turns out that now, I'm associating with these people and talking with them. Really kind of a cool, full circle kind of a moment. I never thought I would ever know these people. People like Jenna and Julian, I just watched videos of them. I had been watching Jenna for a really long time. Julian came onto the scene, automatically had a sexual attraction to him, and now, they're good friends. They're really close friends of mine. It's really cool, really awesome. So yeah, all those people, I always, I watch quite a bit of YouTube, but I also spend a lot more time making YouTube, so... Have you ever had a weird / scary lucid dream? If so, what was it? Also, love your content, Rob. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I've had some pretty intense lucid dreams before, yes. There was one where I was in this, ballroom, okay, with my high school class. I don't think... Maybe we had graduated at this point. I believe so. But I had this dream where we're all in this big building, and it had, 800... hair floating around everywhere. Anyway, it had these multiple levels of basements. I don't know. But eventually there was, I guess, an infiltration of some monstrous beasts that were coming in through the basement. And they were coming up the levels, and you could hear them clambering up the stairways and all this shit. So very scary. Everyone started freaking out. And eventually they started bursting through the doors from the basement into the ballroom. And I started running with everyone else, and we got to this big sliding glass door that they had in the ballroom for whatever reason, and we're like trying to open it, and it's jammed. Eventually I got it open with my heroic strength, and then I booked it into a backyard, because this wasn't like a facility, there was just a backyard, I guess. You know how dreams work. And then ran to the backyard. There was a shed that I was going to hide in, so I ran into the shed and closed the door behind me, and lo and behold, there was one in there. And it was like a jump scare moment, like Five Nights at Freddy's type shit. Scared the living daylights out of me. I snapped awake, like, oh my god, like I'm dead. I'd say about 2 or 3 years later, I have reruns of dreams. It's kind of weird. And when I do that, I often lucid dream so I can make different decisions. So I knew this time that everything was happening the exact same way. I knew the door was going to be jammed, so I tried extra hard right out of the gate, opened the thing right up, and I started running to that shed again. And I'm like, no, wait a minute, I remember this. There's one in there. And I'm like, I'm lucid dreaming. Like, I'm dreaming. I'm aware of it. So I ran around the building instead, ran to the sidewalk and started booking it down the street, and then everything just turned white, and I woke up. Like, I made it. And yeah, so that was one of my weirder ones, for sure. It always sucks when you're dreaming and you have all these superpowers, and then once you realize you're dreaming, you lose them. God, life is harsh. What do you remember about your cameo in 2015 YouTube Rewind? Did you get any chance to talk to some big YouTuber? You get any chance to talk to some big YouTuber? Like YouTubers like Big Deer, Big Moose? You get a chance to touch them big moose on their little antler butts? No, but yeah, no, I did. I was there with a whole bunch of great people. Matt Pat from Video Game Theorist and Film Theory. He's a good friend of mine. It was terrific to work with him. I was actually with him primarily the entire time. I'm actually seated next to him. And oh my god, it's Firefox, or OMG, it's Firefox, who is sitting next to him. So yeah, I was with them in that part. And Markiplier was there. Smosh Games was there. I know I'm going to be forgetting people, and I hate that I'm going to forget people, but there was a lot of people there. It was all gamers. I guess YouTube really wanted me in this rewind, which was, I was honored, but they really didn't have a horror section, but they did have a scary section with gamers, so I was there with all gamers. So the whole, like, joke on the set the whole time, the director or assistant director would be like, all right, gamers and Rob, come on now. You know, it was great. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, Markiplier, really down-to-earth guy, very cool guy. I talked with him a bit, and yeah, just an awesome dude. So if you're ever wondering, like, is Markiplier actually a nice guy? Absolutely. Hung out with him for like 8-9 hours that day. He was a tremendous guy, very kind, awesome. A lot of fun. Oh, and in terms of what I remember about that was eating numerous pieces of pizza, because you'd only take one bite per take, and then we'd have to hand it and then like take a new piece and then bite for the next take. Yeah, so that's what I remember from it. It was great. Hi, Rob Dyke. Is there any subject you wouldn't cover, or that at least would make you uncomfortable? Thanks. There was a request I got once from, I get a lot of requests from fans. You should do this, you should do that, you should do him, you should do her. Yeah, I get it. I've done them all. Just kidding. I haven't, but I will. And sometimes people don't have the best suggestions. But I'd say the worst one I've ever gotten was a guy decided to message me. I can't remember on what form of social media it was. And he went into great detail about why I need to do a video on the worst rapes. And that made me kind of like uncomfortable, because it's not a video I'm going to do. I just see it's completely senseless. The like worst rapes, as if like, yeah, I mean, murder is bad. I know, I get it, but there's something about worst rapes. Like, just kind of, rape tends to be a side effect of what happens, you know, in a lot of the stories I do tell. Unfortunately, very awful thing. But to do an episode solely like, hey, check out the worst rapes of all time, like, that just sounds so messed up to me. And I think the guy might have, I don't know if he has problems. Maybe he was just innocently asking. I don't know. But maybe he was doing it to kind of like get off on it. I don't know. Sorry if you're watching, dude, and you weren't. You were just telling like some innocent suggestion. But no, I'm not doing that. Oh, my phone locked. You son of a fucking bitch. What do you think of teenagers? Well, I've been a teenager before, and I can easily say that the world is constantly ending when you're a teenager. There's nothing moving forward for you in your entire life when you're a teenager. Everything revolves around you and your self-centeredness. And every problem that you endure is just bigger than anything else going on in the world. When you're a teenager, that kind of shit's pretty normal. If you're a teenager watching right now and you're feeling like, man, I think my life's just about over, it's not. It really isn't. Ask anybody older than you, and you don't even have to go to your parents, because I know as a teenager you probably don't trust what they have to say. You should. But, they're going to tell you, like, yeah, no, my life, I'm like 38 now, still going. Glad I didn't end it, when I was, 14, and it sucks when people do that kind of shit. But don't do it, honestly. A lot more life to live. Teenagers blow things out of proportion. They have this desperation to feel special and unique and get attention, so they're going to think that, like, my pain is something supernatural, like my problems are something from the gods, blah, blah, whatever. No, you're experiencing a lot of the same shit. Yes, maybe you're in an abusive household. That sucks. A lot of people are in that situation. Awful. There's life. There is hope beyond where you're at. I don't want to paint teenagers all in a bad light. I really don't, but a lot of them are just like that. I remember being that way myself. You think you know everything. You don't. You don't at all. You could know a lot for your age, but you don't know jack shit. So get to the point where you do, and then realize and look back on yourself and be like, damn, man, I was an idiot. And then another teenager goes, no, my world is over. And you try to go, oh, no, dude, I was there. And they go, shut the fuck up. And you go, son of a bitch. Any tips on how to survive senior high school? School's almost here and grade 11 is new to me. Other countries with their grades, I don't know. Grade 12 is senior year here. Typically, I guess, unless I'm forgetting something. But, yeah, I don't know. Take into consideration all the last shit I just said about the last question. Your world's not ending. And also take into consideration that you should never attempt to fail. Don't try to fail, but understand that failure is a natural process towards growth. If you fail, you can still learn a lot from that. Some of my biggest learning points in my life that have helped me the most were my failures. And no, it's going to fly by. I remember sitting down the first day of freshman year. I had the worst day, and I sat down in the kitchen at my parents' house, and I said to them, I was like, this is so hard. I don't want to do this. Like, I really don't want to do this. Is there any way out? And because my problems were bigger than anything in the world. And they told me it's going to fly. You're going to look back, and you're going to miss it to an extent. Like, really, you are. I said, no, this is going to be the longest 4 years of my life. It flew. I'm going to be going to my 10-year reunion this year. That's insane. I don't want to think about it. You'll get through it. You'll get through it. Hey Rob, what's one of the absolute best monthly subscription box services for gamer, geek, and pop culture gear? Well, this question was asked by a particularly sexy beast. Let me answer that question for you. The answer is Loot Crate, silly. And I've been using Loot Crate for a while, and I get a whole bunch of stuff from them. Whole bunches of stuff. I do. You want to see some of it? Well, check this out. If you want to get the same stuff I do every month, you should definitely head over to lootcrate.com/Rob to get 10% off your first Loot Crate. The people at Loot Crate are big supporters of my channel and have decided to sponsor this episode. Loot Crate is a monthly subscription box service that will send you gamer and geek gear for less than $20 a month. There's a different theme every month containing anything from clothing to collectibles. I've personally used them for years, and this month they sent out their Quest theme, which was loaded with Harry Potter, Vikings, Uncharted, and Labyrinth gear. Every crate contains $40 or more worth of gear, and they even ship outside of the US. You have until the 19th of each month to receive that month's crate, but after that, it's gone forever. So head over to lootcrate.com/Rob and use code ROB to receive 10% off your first Loot Crate and join the community. Next month's theme is Power, with gear featuring Captain America, Warcraft, Dragon Ball Z, and more, so don't miss out. Before you forget, head to lootcrate.com/Rob, punch in the code ROB, and get 10% off your first crate. Simple as that. Thanks for your time. So seriously, guys, check out Loot Crate. It's awesome. Lootcrate.com/Rob. Enter code ROB. Get 10% off your first crate. I've been using them for a long time. They're great. And I'm always looking forward to when new Loot Crate mail comes in. Because you get mail. Who doesn't like getting mail? I love getting mail. So I hope you enjoy it, because I know you will. You're getting your money's worth. You're getting more than your money's worth. So just go with it, seriously. And tell Loot Crate, tweet them, tell them I sent you. They're just at Loot Crate. Just do that. And of course, if you have any questions for next episode, leave them in the comments section below, or you can tweet them to me using the hashtag SeriouslyAsk, and I will choose some. You can also post a photo of yourself on Instagram with the hashtag SeriouslyAsk and your question. Don't make it too long, or else I can't get your beautiful little face in the photo because I have to scroll down too far to get all your entire question in the friggin' snapshot. So stop being weird about it, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We have a lot of fun here. I'm not normally this outgoing or happy, I promise. Most of the time I'm talking about really messed up shit, but yeah. All right, we'll see you next time, next Friday or whatever. Enjoy your day. Try Loot Crate. Don't screw around. Let's do it together. Seriously. Love you. There's a goat back there.